Notice an increase in robocalls lately? You're not alone. Last month, consumers got more than 4.3 billion of those pre-recorded messages, according to the robocall protection app YouMail. Monthly volume is now more than 15% higher than it was in October of last year, and it's been rising ever since. CBS News Newspath consumer correspondent Evyn Moon joins us now. So what is behind the spike?
Yeah, so a lot of this comes down to enforcement by the FCC, believe it or not. I actually spoke to the CEO of an app that looks to block robocallers, and he said that when the FCC has a major bust or crackdown, they see these calls go way down. Now, I learned something today. There are actually 3,000 phone carriers in the U.S., which is odd. We think of the big three.
Yeah.
I mean, Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile, excuse me. There's all these small carriers, apparently. It's very easy to become a carrier, and they're a gateway for these robocallers, for the bad guys. So part of it is the FCC making a case to crack down and get some of these bad guys, and part of it is regulation. The FCC is trying their best to make it harder to become a small carrier. You can't just be a phone carrier out of a P.O. box in Wyoming. So those two things will help robocalls come down.
Are all of these robocalls scams?
Most of them, yes. And you have to be vigilant because, I mean, again, we saw 4.3 billion in 1 month. Now, I do want to caveat with the fact that a couple of years ago, we were seeing 6 billion in a month in 2019. Now we're seeing 4.3 billion. Some of them, you know, you'll get the political calls as the midterms heat up. So they're not always directly targeting money. Maybe it's just for your data. But most of them, yes, they're trying to gain something from you.
What should people do to avoid this? I mean, is simply being on the do not call list enough?
Yeah, so I would say no, they're not going to listen to that. I think there's three things that you can do. You can, first, there's this app. I spoke to the CEO of this app today, and he says that you can download the app and they'll block the calls. You also might just want to be aware of AI. AI is becoming more and more common. You'll hear about AI voices, your grandma getting a call that your grandson's needing money, he's in trouble. Take a beat, maybe have a code word with your family. It's like low-tech tricks to keep yourself safe.
And quickly, you also talked about who could be most susceptible to these.
Yes, exactly. So I think we're seeing a change there. Actually, 50% of robocalls last month were for pre-approved loans. You qualify for this much amount of money, give us some information. Now, why this matters is because they're targeting all ages, any adult, sometimes young adults. This is different from when they used to just target the elderly with Medicare and Medicaid scams. So now they're targeting everyone, and they're kind of becoming like, okay, everyone needs money right now. So they're acting on that. Now, we did speak with that YouMail CEO, that app, and he spoke a little bit about how they're targeting people. I want to toss to some of that sound.
They do tend to target people in economic straits. So you'll see the cities where there are people who the economies aren't doing as well get more robocalls than the cities where the economies are flying. Right? You see the South actually get more robocalls because people in the South are more polite and answer the phone more.
More polite, answer the phone more?
Yeah, he said people in the South.
So you have to be mean?
You need to know when to not answer. Be vigilant. That's the thing. Americans lost $15 billion in fraud just last year. So you really have to be vigilant.
Screen your calls. Yes. Evyn Moon, thank you.
Thank you.